Hello and welcome to the March 2019 MTFR Monthly Update. We'll start with a couple personnel notes. First, our quarterly orientation session will be next week on Monday, April the 1st. As usual, anyone is welcome to attend at 18:30 and meet the new candidates. We do have 4 volunteer candidates slated for orientation that evening. A couple other personnel notes. We'd like to say congratulations to a couple of our live-ins that have moved out over the last month. First, Bobby Good, a live-in at Station 207, has gotten hired by the Frederick County Department of Fire Rescue. So Bobby has left the live-in program here and is off to recruit school. So we wish him good luck in Frederick County. Also, Cooper Brown has moved out from Station 204. New employment has taken him a different direction, so we wish him well as well. Also, Simon Gorofsky, a duty crew member at Station 204, will be moving into the live-in program in early April, so we are glad to have him aboard. A couple fleet notes for this month. We have one structural engine that is currently running with a spare fuel tank. The engine developed a hole in the fuel tank. Again, we have a spare in there, and that unit will be out of service for probably a few days coming up to get a new fuel tank put in. Also, we have a structural engine that we've been having trouble with for the last year or so that has had an air conditioning / generator issue. For those driver operators that have encountered that issue, that has been rectified. We had some rewiring done on that unit to try and correct that problem at the dealership, and we believe it has been repaired. Truck 204 is still out at the body shop. We expect that back hopefully within the next 2 weeks, getting some minor damage repaired. And as part of our SCBA program, we were also lucky enough to get 2 MSA thermal imaging cameras, which one is now placed in service in the officer seat of the reserve ladder truck, and the other one will go into the same position, the officer seat of the new truck 204, when that returns from the body shop. A couple training notes, a reminder, our structural burn for the spring session is coming up on April 27th at the Westchester Burn Facility. If you're interested in attending for the day, please make sure you reach out to Captain Bezick. A reminder also for April 8 and 15, our yearly hazmat technician level refresher is on those 2 dates. And for May 14, 16, 18, the next 16-hour session of aircraft crash rescue, again a requirement for level 2 on the MTFR training grid. We have one pre-fire survey note for this month, and it's regarding the new Residence Inn by Marriott, which is part of the Crossings project on Harrisburg Pike. That facility will be occupied starting in April, and we want to give you some quick information on access issues and accessibility to that new hotel. This is the new Residence Inn by Marriott at 1450 Harrisburg Pike. Access to this facility must be gained off of Harrisburg Pike at the traffic light. You can see here you turn in the driveway at the former Toys R Us. Follow this driveway straight back, and it now takes you into the parking lot of the Marriott. If coming from Route 30, this shows Harrisburg Pike with a right turn onto Farmingdale Road. Also, the Toys R Us driveway from Farmingdale Road has been reconfigured. Final notes for this month. First, for our volunteer staff, the yearly Hershey Park Day has again been scheduled as a benefit for our volunteers, and that will be on Saturday, the 8th of June. It will be the same format where we will provide the volunteer and their families with admission tickets for the day, meal ticket, snack ticket, and parking ticket. That sign up will be out shortly, so please make sure, again, for our volunteer staff, that you catch that and you sign up. Cadet Camp is returning this year. Last year we did not hold Cadet Camp because of the building project at Station 207. So we have locked in the dates of June 21 and 22, which would be the usual weekend. There is a change in the format this year. There will not be an overnight portion. There will be a 2-day portion for the older kids, which will be Friday and Saturday, and the younger kids will come on Friday as we previously held. So there will be additional information coming out on that, but again, if you can mark those dates on your calendar, June 21 and 22, if you're interested in helping at Cadet Camp. And finally, everyone may have noticed, if you've been in the buildings over the last few weeks, that at all 3 stations we have now implemented a Crew Sense software system digital dashboard. So you will find a large screen in every station with a Crew Sense program running. For those not totally familiar, Crew Sense is the software system that we use to schedule our career staff. So the digital dashboard is going to be providing some information that is relevant to career and volunteer staff. So that dashboard will provide things such as the daily Crew Sense schedule will be visible, so you can see who's working and what dedicated volunteers, such as live-ins, are in the station for what hours on any given shift, Monday through Friday, and that will change weekly. You will see fleet notes appear on there that will scroll through the day, information regarding specifics on anything in the fleet as far as in service, out of service. Also, equipment issues will come up on that. We also will have a screen that is rotating through hydrant issues or specific target hazard issues, such as houses that we identify hoarding conditions as an example. That will scroll through on that CrewSense digital dashboard. Also, equipment issues, as I already mentioned, will come up there separate from the fleet, so portable equipment issues. And currently you will also see calls come up. Eventually that will be linked directly to the WebCAD. Currently, the WebCAD screens are remaining in all the stations because there's a little bit of a timing issue with that, but at some point in time, that will get synced together and calls coming directly from the LCWC WebCAD will pop up and appear directly on the CrewSense board. So take a look at that, look at the information for those live-ins or career staff that used to get what we refer to as the daily lineup email every day. That email has now been discontinued. All of the information that you would have found in the daily lineup email is now found on the CrewSense digital dashboard. So again, take a look at how that works, catch the information on there. Any questions on that, feel free to reach out to me. That's everything we have for this month. As usual, thank you to everyone for what you do. Stay safe, and we'll see you next month.